I wanted to give you my Danny Garcia Keith Thurman prediction, but since I wasn't able to crank out a video before the fight took place, the fight has happened. Man, what an amazing fight. So what I want to do is talk about the fight, but come at it from a different angle. Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio, and what I wanted to talk about on this episode is mind games and the different levels that there are to it. So, leading up to Danny Garcia Keith Thurman was telling the Garcia camp that he was going to be, giving the fight of a life to Danny Garcia, staying right in front of his face. I'm going to be exchanging punches with him, and I thought that it was a very, very effective strategy what Keith Thurman did. I think he was able to throw off the Garcia camp, and it was one of the many small adjustments that he made strategically that helped him a great amount in that fight. With the Garcia camp, Crazy Angel was just running his mouth with no game plan, or maybe their game plan was to get under Keith Thurman's skin with all the racial stuff and different stuff that Angel Garcia was saying. But Keith Thurman's a cerebral guy. He really dissects things, and I think they kind of underestimated the intelligence of Keith Thurman and underestimated his and his camp's strategic ability, but they really shouldn't have, because Dan Birmingham is not only a great coach, but has been ringside in some of the biggest fights, with the fighters that he's had, from just Jeff Lacey against Sid Vanderpool for the 168 pound title, Winky Wright, and the numerous big stage great fights that Winky Wright had, and now with Keith Thurman. So there's a lot of great fighters that have gone through Dan Birmingham's camp and gym, and he's got a lot of big fight experience. So I think that the Garcia camp was looking for Keith Thurman to come straight ahead. I don't think that they anticipated that he had as much power as he had. Danny Garcia has an amazing chin, and I think that Keith Thurman jumping on Danny Garcia in the first part of the fight was part of the game plan. They know that Garcia kind of starts a little bit slow, and they thought, okay, let him taste some heavy power and make him respect the power of Keith Thurman, which kept him hesitant the first part of the fight. Which is what I think they wanted. Part of the Garcia's game plan was to go to the body, and I think Keith Thurman's camp was aware of that. He still didn't like it when he got it to the body, but he had enough foot movement, and he played it strategically well enough that the body punches didn't become a factor. I had Garcia maybe winning 4 rounds at most, and with the 12th round being given to him by Keith doing the De La Hoya Trinidad. But it was a great strategic fight by Keith Thurman. That's why I think that he's going to do well going forward, because he's not just a hard puncher with boxing skills, but he's also got a good mind, and he's able to adjust in the ring. Actually, mid-bout, he's able to make adjustments. So there's different levels to the mind games. Some guys play mind games with no intention. They just talk just for the sake of talking, and then there's other people that talk in a manner of setting things up, which is, I think, what Keith Thurman did. And sometimes instead of what people say, you got to watch what they do. So there's no surprise that Keith Thurman could move, because he's moved with other fighters, and it's good to study who fighters are, so you know what they bring to the table. It's not so much what people say. Watch what they do. Judge people by their actions. So that's an old saying as any, and the reason why these sayings are around is because there's some merit to them. Mind games, different levels. Keith Thurman, great job, and looking forward to the slew of big up and coming fights that are going to be coming out there. That's my 2 cents. Leave your comments in the comment section below on YouTube. Remember, you can ask us any questions related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO, through email okposio@hotmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe through YouTube. Go to Dameon Okposio so you can get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.